Alright, this bit was recorded after I did the video. You'll learn that I'm very accident prone, and this video is kind of just saying a couple of times where this stuff has happened to me. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll just leave you to it. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, I'm doing the once a week thing. I did have plans to upload every Tuesday, but that obviously fell through. So just expect at least one video every week, at least once a week. And if I don't, you'll get two the next week, okay? So, today we're just going to talk about a couple of things that happened to me, a couple of accidents, because it happens a lot to me. So, when I was young, about year 7 I think I worked out, 7 or 8, at my old school there was a woods round the corner, and I used to go to these woods all the time, and me and my best friend at the time decided to go, and these two girls tagged along with us. And how these woods were planned, like laid out, you walked in and there was two pathways, one straight forward and one to the left. We went straight forward, and as you're going straight forward there was like a ravine to the left of you, so like a massive drop to the left of you. And we was walking through and we discovered a rope swing, and how this rope swing was laid out over the cavern thing, it came down from one of the branches, just one rope, and then as it got to the bottom of this rope it split off into two, one going left, one going right, and connecting them at the bottom was a twig, so you can sit in it and swing over the ravine. So I decided to go first, and I was swinging, and I swung across and came back, and it was really fun. So we decided to stay there, and we spent a while there just swinging back and forth, and there was a tree at the bottom, and we give each other the task to take it in turns to swing and see if someone can get far enough to kick it. We couldn't do it, so we give up on that, and me being me, young and stupid, I decided instead of sitting on it this time, I wanted to grab it and swing. So I grabbed it, jumped, and my hand slipped just as it swung right at the top of this hill. That's why we're doing flips just down this hill in the air, and I hit the ground just before it gets to your neck at top of your spine on that part, and rolled down and smacked my ass at the bottom of the hill on this bike that was at the bottom, this big bike that didn't have a seat. And where the bit that the seat goes is normally like a little hole, I smacked my ass off that bit, and I'm surprised it didn't penetrate me. If it was any like longer, it would have penetrated me. At this point, after I hit the ground, I was out. I was unconscious for about a minute, and when I gained consciousness again at the bottom of this hill, the people at the top of the hill, the two girls, were screaming. So I didn't know what to do. I'd just come back and it was really hard to breathe. I was struggling to breathe. I just didn't know what to do. I was laid at the bottom of the hill, I was just shouting up, I can't breathe, I'm finding it really hard to breathe. So then my friend, who was just supposed to be me and them going out on this day, started slowly coming down the hill to give me a hand on my way up. So I was slowly crawling up to him, and he was shimmying down the hill down to me. And he got to me and he managed to help me up at top of the hill. I was sat at the top of the hill, just surrounded by the people that was there with us, and I was still finding it really hard to breathe, and my vision went really blurry and awful, and it felt like I was going to pass out again. So we just sat there for a good 5 minutes, didn't know what we should do. I wanted to go back on swing once I got like back to how I was. Like, I felt the pain in my back of my neck, but I could still function properly. They wouldn't let me on, so I decided to go home. So that's what I did. Went home, and yeah, not happened to it after that. Okay, so this story is, I was at a supermarket down the road from where I used to live, and outside there was these cubes, and the outside ring of these cubes was bricks, so it was bricks on all sides of this cube, and in the centre was compost and a tree. There was like 3 of them in a row, and I climbed on top of them. There was left, middle and right, we're going to call it. Started on the left, jumped over to the right, or jumped over to the middle I should say, then jumped from the middle to the right and back from the right, middle, left, and I kept on doing that, and I was jumping between these big plant pots, these big gaps, but they wasn't too big to that you'd nail it every single time, so it was kind of a little challenge. So I jumped across and I landed right on the edge, and I slipped and tumbled and landed on the back of my neck again. This was before the swing thing, so yeah. So I walked inside feeling all woozy and went and told my mum what happened, and then I fainted at the tills, and a man who was there, who saw me fall, told my mum that what happened and that I just took a tumble. So we went to the A&E to see what would happen, and we was there for hours, and literally hours, and by the time the doctor saw us, all he said is, yeah, he's fine, there's nothing we can do about it, he'll sleep it off, just take him on, and that's it. So for the third and final story of this video, I'm talking about the time I fell off my bike, kinda. So I used to do a paper round with my mum. It was my paper round, but I wasn't old enough at the time to do it, so my mum used to do it with me, and I used to get all the money for it. So it was just after Christmas, and I was young at the time, and I got a bike for Christmas. This was in winter, and I decided to take the bike out with me on the paper round so I could ride, because obviously I just got it for Christmas, so I wanted to use it. So we were doing a normal run around the paper round, and we got to this hill bit, and it was really icy, and obviously, as you know, I was a stupid child, so I full blasted down this hill, forgetting there was stairs at the bottom, and guess what, pulled the brakes, but because it was icy, I just slid, and I went flying down these stairs, went off my bike, over the handlebars, and just smashed at the bottom, and just slid across the floor, and rolled all across this glass, and I got cuts all up my right arm because I landed on that, and that was just absolutely awful. And I remember sitting on the floor crying my eyes out, screaming for my mum as she came running down this hill, and yeah, I was just sat at the bottom. I think I got my leg trapped in my bike as well, I don't know, but yeah, there's 3 stories for you, and I hope you enjoyed. Come back next week to see another video. I'll think of something to do and I'll upload it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and see you later. Bye.